Okay, so interruption gone. There was 6 cops in my hallway banging on the door next door. I have to say this is a huge, nasty trigger of mine because there was a lot of cops around when I was growing up. I've never had problems with cops, ever, but my anxiety is through the roof right now. I can't even bring myself to do more packing. We're pretty much all done, but anyways, so I was talking about a fight or flight. And I'd have to say that more so in my past, I was more of a fighter, but I would also take off afterwards. It's like any time I had a fight with someone significant to me, I would feel so guilty about anything I might have said. And a lot of it happened when I had been drinking. And I would just forget that they loved me. I would abandon them before they could abandon me. But at the time, I never had a clue that's what I was doing. And a lot of the times when I have taken off like that, I actually didn't have a diagnosis or anything like that yet, so I wasn't aware of what I was doing. I wasn't aware that what I was doing was a common thing for people that have this disorder in general, I guess. But like I was saying, this move is probably one of the most exciting things in my life right now because the person I'm living with was my high school sweetheart that had seen me at my worst when I was a teenager. I was depending on substances. I was very angry. I still am, but I'm aware of it. There's a big difference. So, he saw me at my worst. We started having a lot of fights. I think we were about 18, 19 years old. And that one big fight at the end, I felt like he didn't love me. He never did. I was never important to him. Had a big fight. I egged him on big time. And the next day when he was at work, I packed up and I left. And I moved across the country. Yeah, so I actually still have a lot of guilt about that. He tells me it's silly because we've talked it out and it's in the past and all that, but I can't let it go. It's one of the things is that I feel like, especially with borderline, that the guilt really eats away at you, and that's probably where a lot of trouble comes to play. And it's any of the times I had hurt myself or anything like that was when I was feeling guilty and angry. The anger is a big one, but I still have a lot of I'm sick of moving. I'm sick of starting over, but the thing with this time is that I'm not leaving anything behind. I'm not leaving anybody behind. So it's a big change for me, and it's not what I'm used to. And yeah, I don't know. It's just it's pretty crazy that I was actually really surprised when I got diagnosed and I read all the symptoms and then the abandonment issues, abandoning anybody before they can abandon you. The anger that comes into play, the moving all the time and starting all over, that's huge part of it. And I feel like if I could have somehow come to terms with the fact that I was not dealing with my trauma, I wasn't ready to deal with it. I thought that I had, but really I had just stuffed it down. And it's still hard for me not to stuff it down now, I really have to fight to talk about it, and I find that, I always go to anger before any kind of sadness, like I said before. Sorry. Anyways, so I'm just really hoping that this is my last move for a good while, because I don't want to do it anymore. And I think a lot of this anxiety, well, not only because, of the cops showing up next door, that does not help, but I'm home alone tonight. My boyfriend had to work one day in between all of this, and I'm not liking it right now. I'm not liking being alone, and I'm usually pretty okay with it. I mean, since I started making ASMR videos on my other channel, I find that I enjoy my time alone, and I feel like the night actually goes by pretty quick, and I do have a lot of people to talk to, and but it's just I'm so used to just moving by myself, so I think being around all these boxes is really triggering me right now. And it's hard for me to remember that not all your thoughts are truth. So, I'm going to cut my videos a little bit short here. I've made a few videos tonight, so I'm going to put some music on and rock out. They can't kick us out now, so I might as well put on the subwoofer. Anyways, if you have any questions, or you want to talk, or you feel like you can relate to any of this, just shoot me a comment, and I'll probably get back to you tonight. I'm going to pack up my computer, not for a few more hours, but take care, and I will see you.